Hello, hello, it's Netta. Unfortunately, I recorded this video without sound, so I get to do a voiceover, and I'm probably going to flub it up horribly. So, I have 3 kits in the shop. These are my ornament bars kits. And what ornament bars are they are the decorative cuts that were included in antique books at the beginning and ending of chapters or in between paragraphs and sections. So I hunted down all of these and cleaned them up, and there are 3 kits. One has 31 bars, one has 30 bars, and the other has 33, for a total of 94 bars altogether. None of them are the same. Some of them are closely related. Like, you can see that these 3 are closely related, but they are not exactly the same. So, each kit has everything in black, and then there are 4 other colors included for a total of 3 black sheets, and then there's 12 other color sheets altogether. So kit number 1 comes in black, red, blue, green, and brown. And then kit number 2 comes in burgundy, teal, olive, and ochre. And then kit number 3 comes in black, plum, slate, which is a really cool kind of grayish blue, moss, and rust. So these are great to use to decorate. This is a double page pocket, and that just added that ornament bar for a little interest. That's a Roxy Creations label. They're great to add to tags just for a little added interest, and you can fold them around the back. It gives you a little something on the back so that your back's not so boring. That's also a Roxy Creations label. And then that is another ornament bar that I've wrapped around the side. That one I'm pretty sure is Took's Craft Table. They can be used in conjunction with labels. They can also be used on their own just to fill dead space and add some extra interest to the page. I love them, and because there's so much in all 3 kits, it'll keep you busy for quite a while. You can use them in place of patterned papers and little snippets, and use them in clusters and stuff too. Next in the shop, I have these sets of chipboard covers for making hardcover journals. So you get the small size, and then there's also the tiny size. You get to choose your spine width. So you can choose the 1.5 inch or the 1 inch spines. And I have no idea what I was saying here, guys. Okay, so you get to choose your spine width. Each set comes with 3 spines, and then they come with 6 cover boards. So the small size measures 4.5, and I'm going to explain the specific sizing in a minute, by 5 3/4, and they will fit a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch signature. And that's just your standard US letter size paper that's cut in half, and then those halves are folded in half. And then the tinies, again, you get to choose your spine widths. These measure 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 inches. And these fit your standard 2.5 by 3.5 inch ATC card size full signatures. Now, the reason that the sizing is so specific is because I prefer to use what is called a German case or Bradle case binding. You can find tutorials on how to do that online. I like it because it looks like a standard book to me. It's got that nice joint along the edge. And then the book block, the signatures, they're going to seat in there right about where that is, and you have plenty of space at the front to add tabs and charms and all kinds of stuff. Now, part of the reason that I prefer this specific sizing is we do stuff our journals quite full, and if there's a whole lot of headspace at the top and the bottom, I feel that the book block's going to start to sag to the outside like that, and I don't want it to have to, I don't want it pulling so hard on where the binding, where the book block is attached to the covers. So this size is perfect for me, and if nobody buys these in the shop, this is the size that I'm going to use. So that's the size I'm selling them at. On top of that, this is helping me with chipboard overflow from the standard book binding that I already do in my shop for making watercolor sketchbooks. And then last but not least is my favorite. I finally finished the first stereograph kit. So these are really cool. They're just like the standard stereoscope cards that you would see at the antique store that you would use with the old-fashioned stereoscope. I've done the manipulation of these images to turn them into an actual 3D image, which is really cool. It's a lot of work, so you guys got to let me know if you like them, so I know that it's worth the time investment, because it's quite a bit to make any more sets after this one. So with this kit, you get 6 of the standard size stereograph cards, and then those stereograph cards at half the size. So you get them in 2 different sizes. And then you get this printable stereoscope, and that's going to let you view the images in 3D. So it comes with an instruction card that you can print out and include with the journal so that the user knows how to use the stereoscope. I do recommend a 45 pounds or like 170 GSM weight card or heavier, just for stability so that your stereoscope is not super flimsy. I also aligned these so that on your standard scoreboard, all of the fold lines line up on a scoreboard line. So that'll make you, it'll give you a cleaner fold on your lines. So you're going to cut out that window, and then there's 3 slice lines, and you need to cut those open with an X-Acto knife or a craft blade, or very carefully with a super sharp pair of scissors. And this is what you get. It folds down into a 3.5 by 5 inch card size. It's great because it'll fit into a pocket. So on here, there's only 1 flap that needs to be glued. In the instructions, I say you can glue it to the inside or the outside, but I recommend gluing it to the inside if you want your stereoscope to fold completely flat. Because what happened was when I glued it to the inside and just pushed it down flat, there was a small overhang on the outside panel that needed to be trimmed off. So then to use it, you take the 3 tabs and they slide into the corresponding slots that you previously have slit open. And then you're just going to make sure that they're each fully seated down into their slots. And there you go. You have your stereoscope. So this gentle curve here fits your forehead. This curve fits the bridge of your nose. You're going to put that right up to your face. And you can use the instruction card if you need to. Then you're going to take one of the stereo cards. You're going to put it right up to the hole. And you're going to slowly pull it away until the images resolve into one 3D image. Now, make sure that you are looking straight ahead with both eyes. Don't use one or the other because then it won't work. You have to look straight ahead with both of your eyes and the image will resolve into one. That little hole in the box just kind of helps guide your eye. So the cool thing is once it resolves, the different things pop out at different levels, which is really cool. This one's actually my favorite card because the 3D effect it's the strongest out of all of the ones that I did. And then the stereoscope can, again, when it's done being used, it can fold flat. On top of that, this can be used on actual stereo cards. It can be used, you can use it to view stereo cards online, which is cool. So that's it for today. Thanks, guys.